So in today's video, we're gonna be doing things a little bit differently. I'm not gonna write a script for this at all. I'm gonna just like talk, and you guys are gonna have to hold it. I feel like that's better for me and this channel going forward. It's more natural this way, and it doesn't feel like I'm lecturing. More than just really giving my thoughts, and that's what this channel's for. So let's talk about it. Top tier Shotos have cooked personality. So what do I mean by this? Well, when you have a Shoto, so Shotokan, it's typically this like easy, just all-arounder type of character. And usually in the past, when you have a Shoto character, they're low tier. I mean, you know, besides the exceptions, we got like Third Strike, things like that. But typically, Shoto characters or like MCs are just kind of bad, but they're well equipped to handle any situation. And that was an archetype that a lot of fighting game players just kind of accepted as what is. But if we look at modern day examples, modern day games, we can see that Shotos are the most dominant characters in this genre because, well, with the homogenization of everything in fighting games, they're turning every character into an all-arounder that can just do anything. So the character that they first create, whether that be like a Soul or a Hyde in Under Knight's case, are the most broken because they were made first with that design intention. And since everyone else just follows suits, obviously people are just gonna be worse. But this has cooked the FGC personality all together because no one wants to experiment. Why would you need to? Especially with things going more into everything's esports. We need to pick the best options, the best. Why would you experiment in the first place? Now, this isn't an argument against esports or whatever. Go ahead, keep playing competitive. That is wonderful, it's great. But there is an issue even with that, because with there just being one optimal choice, the top tier Shoto, now the game's less creative. Now we see less representation. And now we see a big problem that tournaments are facing now, where it's like, why would I put in time for this hardcore character that I may potentially like when I could just play Ryu and then throw loop and then get 50% damage and all this bullshit? I actually hosted a coaching session type of thing for Street Fighter 6 or 4, and I had a student of mine ask me, why would I play any other character in the game besides Ryu? Right? Like, if my goal is anything in the game, why not just play Ryu? And I gave them a plethora of reasons at first, because I'm thinking like, this was before like the Omega Balance patch where they were like, we're gonna buff Ryu and make him the best character in the game. So this is before this. I'm like, well, he just doesn't offer the same strengths as the other Shotos. Like, especially Ken. If we look at Ken to Ryu, Ryu deals in these single big strikes. He's the damage Shoto, whereas Ken, he has less damage, but he's more utility, making him the better choice, obviously at the time. But now Ryu gets Oki, Ryu gets plus frames, Ryu can bully people, Ryu has throw loop, a better throw loop. It's like Ryu is just objectively the better choice. So there's no real point in purpose besides aesthetic that you would pick Ken, honestly. And that's terrible for fighting games. I fell in love with this genre because you could go into a tournament or you can go into a lobby and you would see a plethora of all of these different characters, even on ranked. You'd be like, what the fuck is this? Crashing out because you don't know the fucking matchup or something. Like, we've all been there. But now in today's era, it's just like, because the main character is the easiest one and provides you with so much value for as little time as you put in, it's like you're seeing Ryu's like every fucking 5 seconds on rank. You're seeing Ryu's, you're seeing Akuma, you're seeing Nasagai. You know, honestly, maybe Nasagai. I don't really watch too much anymore. I'm kind of off the Street Fighter 6 train, but that's pretty much it, man. That's all you see, though. You just see a bunch of Ryus, you see a bunch of Akumas, you see a bunch of the easiest thing being picked over personality, over I love this character so much, I'm gonna make this work. Why would you need to do that when Ryu's right there? He could throw somebody to death. I wish I could provide examples of games that still have this, but the problem is that, and I wanted to go into this for a whole nother video, but I'll kind of briefly talk about it here, make another video about it, but the modern day fighting game has corrupted not only our FGC, like the modern FGC, but also the old school FGC. Now you even see this phenomenon in other games, like Virtua Fighter, for example. That's, you know, gameplay footage in the back. We are seeing constant increases, ticks in Akira. Now me, I play Virtua Fighter. I fell in love with Akira. I'm like, Akira, oh my God, he's so hard. He's so hard to play. I might sound like a goddamn hypocrite, but I've always played Shotos in every game I touch. It's not a matter of, I need the easiest thing. It's just, I like that archetype of being well equipped for anything, even if it cost me like my tiers on a tier list. Like I am a die-hard Akatsuki main in Under Night. I am a die-hard Ryu main when it comes to Third Strike in Street Fighter 4. And the more they homogenize the cast and make being this Shoto just broken, the more I just see myself coming away from it. Now again, that might sound even more hypocritical considering I play Akira. Akira's like the best character in the game in Virtua Fighter. But at the time, again, it was a personality choice. I'm new to Virtua Fighter. I'm learning about this game. I'm like, I love this game so much and what it has to offer. I want to learn the hardest character in the game. I want to learn the MC of this game because I just love it so much. I played Jago, Shadow Jago, and Killer Instinct. I played fucking Terry and Rock and City of the Wolves. Like, the list goes on. I always play these main characters in these games. Mortal Kombat iffy. Like, I'm talking like Liu Kang Scorpion a little bit. I don't know. You know, sometimes. Low key, that was my evolution. I'm talking new Cybot. Like, I was like, hold on, this guy's got a... But we stuck it out with Scorpion and Liu Kang, though. I'm not a Shoto LARPer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no Shoto LARPer, but again, from this point, I play Shotos pretty much everywhere I go. And now it's like, I feel like, man, like I'm fucking transformed. Like I'm not really doing this for the love of the game anymore. I remember back in the day, if you said you played a Shoto, people would be like, bro, every character in this roster, and you pick motherfucking Sean, you pick Dan, you pick. But now it's like the no choice. Why wouldn't you go these characters? And it's kind of sad to see. But yeah, we're coming up on the about 10-minute mark. I don't know, maybe like 9-minute mark. I'm gonna end the video here, leave you guys with a question, right? Let's say all of these Shotos in the modern day era, in the modern day games, were low tier. How many people do you think we would see play them? All right, peace.
Sun's out, we don't play.